In the following exercises, change the order of integration by integrating first with respect to z, then x, then y. So we're going to have our three bounds for integrals. We're going to have an x squared plus ln of y plus z, and that's going to be from dz first. So I'll have a dz, and my z is the last one here, so that's going to go from 0 to 1. So 0 to 1. And then I'm going to have my x next, so my dx, and that means my x is here, which is going to go from 2 to 3. So 2 to 3 for that one. And then I'm going to have my dy last, and my y in the original is going to go from 1 to 2. So those we got to just pick the bounds that correspond to our letters. So this is going to be 1 to 2. Now we're just going to start integrating. And again, we integrate from the inside out. And the first one is dz. So I'm still going to have the integral from 1 to 2 and the integral from 2 to 3. So then dz, so that's going to be x squared z plus z ln y. Now again, those are both just constants, that's why I just attach a z to them. And then plus 1/2 z squared. And then we're going to be from 0 to 1. And then we have our dx and dy. So then for the next step here, I'm still going to have my integral from 1 to 2 and the integral from 2 to 3. And now I'm going to plug in the upper bound minus the lower bound. So when I plug in 1 for z for each of these, that's going to result in x squared for the first plus ln of y for the second plus 1/2 for the third. And then when I plug in minus the lower bound, one thing you'll notice here is that every one of those is going to give me 0, because 0 times any number is 0. So I'm just going to have minus 0, so I'm not going to worry about that. And I'm going to have dx, dy. Okay, so now I'm going to do the next integral, so that's from 1 to 2. And now it's with respect to x. So that tells me that I'm going to get a 1/3 x cubed, and this is plus x ln of y, because ln of y is my constant, and then plus 1/2 x. And that's going to run from 2 to 3. And then I still have my dy left. Okay, so now we're going to plug in the upper bound minus the lower bound. So I'm going to do 3 cubed. When I plug the 3 in for each of those, x is there. That's going to be 3 cubed, which this would be 27. Then I'd have that 3 there, so that's going to give me 9. And then 3 for the second one is just going to be plus 3 ln of y. And then for the third one, that's just going to be 3/2. So plus 3/2. Okay, and then I have minus the lower bound. The lower bound being when I plug the 2 in. So 2 cubed is 8, so that's going to be 8/3. And then plus 2 ln of y, and then 2 over 2, which is 1, so plus 1. And that's going to be dy left. So now we're going to simplify this even more. Okay, so this is going to be the integral from 1 to 2 of 9 plus 3 ln of y plus 3/2 minus 8/3, plus 2 ln y plus 1. Oops, I was supposed to get rid of those. So So this is going to be a minus. And then this one's going to be a minus 1. Because I'm subtracting, so all those signs are going to change. And then dy. Now I'm going to put together what I can here. So the integral from 1 to 2. And then I can put this 9, 3/2, 8/3, and 1 together. So this is going to be 41/6. And then for my ln's, 3 minus 2 is 1. So it would be plus, ln of y and dy. So the integral of 41/6 plus ln of y with respect to y is going to be 41/6 y plus y ln of y minus y. And that's going to run from 1 to 2. So when I plug in the 2 here, that's going to make that 41/3. And then for the next one, I'm going to get plus 2 ln of 2. And then for the last one there, it's going to be minus 2. That's the first part. Now I have to minus the lower bound. And that lower bound is going to be 41/6 plus ln of y minus 1. So I'm going to have 41/3 plus 2 ln of 2. Minus 2 minus 41/6 minus ln of y plus 1. And then put all my numbers together. So that's going to equal 35/6, and that's when I put the 41/3, 2 41/6, and the 1 together here. And then it's going to be plus 2 ln of 2. So there's our answer for this one here.